She said, Bill, I know what I want for Christmas. I just don't know how to tell you. I said, well, it's 2 minutes to go at the tie ball game. Wrap it up, would you? She goes, okay, fine. You know what? I've been thinking about this. Now, how do I even say this? This year for Christmas, I do not want any children. The cool, what we do with the 5 hoodlums we already got. I mean, I like the little one, but them other 4 can eat. Am I right? And I mean, the boy, he never listened to either one of us. I say, let's go kill him tonight. Let's do it. We can bury him out back like we did the kitty cat. Tell the other 4 he ran off. She said, Bill, don't be stupid. I want to keep our children. I just don't want to have any more children. And I said, well, how long are you going to be in the hospital? Okay, you 20, explain to the other 500 in here, would you? She said, Bill, I'm not going to the hospital. That's a major surgery for a woman to go through. All I'm asking you this year, Bill, for me and my Christmas gift is just go and, just have a procedure. I said, are you talking about cutting on my nuts? I turned off the football game, you hear me? No, screw the Dallas Cowboys. They can win that stuff on their own. Yeah, maybe not this year, but they could 3 years ago, okay? So now she's trying to sell me on it. She said, baby, I want you to think about it. I already called the insurance company. They told me everything about it. Told me it's only $25 out of our copay, and they'll take care of all the other expense. Said you'll walk in there. It's about 10 minutes. It's snip, snip. And then think about it, baby. All you're going to have to do is spend $25 for me for Christmas. I said, baby, this is Jesus' birthday. Now, apparently, I do not know how my wife feels about our Lord and Savior, but money should be no freaking object, okay? I don't know what this stuff means. I'm Methodist. Relax, God's heard me do this joke, and I'm still here, okay? Now she's trying to sell money. She said, think about it, baby. You'll never have to wear a condom ever again. I said, I don't know if you got the memo, but that's how I got them 5 idiots in the first place. Now we're talking about having children and we're acting like children. Now, folks, I'm 6'2", 235 pounds. My wife is a little bitty petite woman and I'm running from her like a wuss. You hear me? No, you ever have like a small dog, like a chihuahua or a shih tzu on your ankle? You ain't scared of it, but you know you can't kick it or you'll kill it, right? Yeah, well, there's a lot more paperwork when it comes to a human. And, this is on my ankle going, get a vasectomy, get a vasectomy, get a vasectomy. And I'm running down the hall going, la, 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 la. She goes, Bill, you're being a baby. I said, I'm glad you brought that up. The last time I was a baby was the last time anybody cut on this area. That's right, day 1, I get circumcised and I can't walk for a year and a half. She says go, I say no. She says go, I say no. Goes on for 2 hours, this stupid argument. Then she finally goes, you know what, forget it. I knew you wouldn't do this for me. If you won't go get a vasectomy, then I want a brand new Lexus. I said, well, let's not be hasty there, bud. Just hand me your brochure, let's go in the kitchen, let's talk about this $25 deal. Now, fellas, I don't know if you've ever had a vasectomy or even thought about a vasectomy, but my whole life, all I've ever heard is about women giving birth to children. Nobody ever talks about what a man goes through in this area, and I think, by God, somebody should. No, ladies, I'm not saying your thing is easy. I'm just saying when you give birth to a child, every once in a while you'll use the word what? Natural, right? I gave birth to that baby naturally. Nobody ever says that about a vasectomy. Nobody ever goes, I naturally cut my dang nuts. No, unlike y'all, usually our story will start out, so there I was. And I think men should talk about this because generally we don't talk about this area with each other. And even when we do, we don't tell each other the truth. I know this for the gospel because when I went through it, I called my best friend, Mr. Graylin Johnson. Now, Graylin had a vasectomy, so I thought he would tell me the truth. I thought he would tell me the truth because we had been best friends. We were 5 years old. He was on a black kid in our school, and we've been best friends ever since. I mean, that was Texas, 1971. Unheard of back then. And we've gone through it all together, too. I've been best man at his wedding 4 freaking times, okay? And I called Greyhold to ask him what it meant for, and that son was gonna lie to me. First thing he says to me is, Bill, go get it done, man. It don't even hurt. It hurts, okay? I'm not gonna jump ahead of the whole story, but 2 days after you have it done, you feel like a midget's working like a speed bag. Come on, kids, I don't do a live impressions, but that's a midget hitting my balls, is what that is. Is it the word midget? Does that bother you? I know it's not politically correct to say midget anymore, but I tried to do the bit by saying a little person and sound like a kid hit me in the nuts. So I'm just gonna stick with the word midget, and there's one in the room, you're all ticked off, come up on stage and try to kick me. I got my boots on, my shins are protected. Second thing he tells me, when I signed up for it, he said, Bill, you're gonna dig it though, because this woman comes in and she lathers up this area and she'll shave your balls. I said, just for $25? You can't get that done in the Philippines at that price. And you truly cannot. I was in the Philippines 7 years ago on a USO tour, and it is $100. So I don't tell my wife about what I learned. I just told her to make the appointment, and she did too. It's December 7th. Now December 7th is also what? Anybody know? Or Harbor Day, absolutely. The day that lives in infamy in this country. Very famous day in our country's history. Also pretty famous to me too, because it's my ball cutting day is what it is. No, I don't know all 5 of my kids' birthdays, but I know the ball cutting day pretty well. I'll tell you the whole story, because I already had 2 shots of Patron backstage, and this now kicked in. I feel like we're family. We can share this story now. So there I was. It was a 10 a.m. appointment. 10 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 hours prior, I get out of the shower and I put perfume all around. I did. I looked down, I looked a little scraggly, so I took my wife's curling iron out and started curling stuff is what I did. It was a little thin on the right side, so I did a little comb over is what I did with it. Hey, if they going out pretty, all right? I go to the doctor's office now. Every man in the waiting room looks like my dog did when I got him cut. Just, Not me, I'm grinning from ear to ear. And they finally called me back to the back. William Lee Martin, come on back here. That is my real name, right? And I get back there, and I'm in there for a long time, it seemed like, and the doctor finally comes traipsing in. He goes, okay, Bill, take off your pants, take off your underwear, and, well, just leave on your socks, because apparently it's cold in here, and, it was itty bitty, all right? Not exactly my proudest moment. Looking back on it, fluffing up the hair kind of made everything else look smaller. Kind of looked like a scared turtle, if you know what I mean. Now I felt compelled to explain myself like I'm on trial for it or something. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. Helicopter. You know, in my defense, it is awful chilly in here. I mean, hell, what y'all doing, hanging meat? And he got the gig like yarn. He walked on out there, because apparently it's unprofessional to laugh and cut somebody's nuts. And I'll be honest with you, as soon as he walked out of the room, I played with it a little bit. Not a lot, just to stretch it out there now. Just, you know what, screw y'all, I've been on television. That's how the rumors start. I saw Cowboy Bill's pecker and it was itty bitty. Hashtag wee wee. So he walks back on in and he goes, okay, Bill, just lay back on the table. Now, my wife was off and told me when she goes to the gynecologist, she said, Bill, you don't understand it. Men don't understand how humiliating these gynecologist offices are, because they'll get your feet up in the air, they're looking at your private area, and yet they'll still talk to you like at the grocery store. Which I thought was all a bunch of bull, ladies, until I got my feet dangling in the air. He's got a spotlight shining down on my nads to land a Cessna. A plane. And he's going, hey, did you see that Dallas Cowboy game? I'm like, dude, let's focus on the 2 balls at hand. You see anything that reminds you of a football game, you lance it, let's move on. And I now know why they talk to you, ladies. They say it's to distract you, but there's no distractions in these rooms. Not for y'all, not for us. I mean, think about it. The lights are up, you're the only one naked, everybody's sober. There's no distractions here. And I knew I was in trouble because all he does is just take some tape off the side of the wall. Now, folks, I saw the big red tape dispenser mounted on the side of the wall when I walked in there, and I actually thought to myself, well, this is kind of a funny place to mail out a package. Now I know what they do. They pull the tape off there and they tape you down from hip to hip. And I knew I was in trouble because every hair he pulled, a tear came out of my left eye. I look like the Indian, that old litter commercial. Just, and he looks at me and goes, oh, we got the tape in the wrong spot again. Let me move it. And I said, no. You can put more on, but you ain't taking nothing off, Pocahontas. And then he put 2 more strips on there, and then he goes, okay, Billy, now let me just shave up that area. And I went, what? He said, of course I need to shave the area. And I said, well, no, you don't. It's supposed to be a big booby girl coming here. It is my understanding she will wax on or wax off. He said, Bill, I don't know who told you that ridiculous story, but I'd do it myself. And I said, well, not today, you don't dare, big fella. I said, I don't know if the lady who brought me back here told you, but I already paid my $25 out front. I'm a grown man. I brought you cash money. I know how this stuff works. He said, Bill, you like it better than me doing it than the nurse doing it because I'm better at it, I'm quicker, and I won't nick you. And I think I said, I do not give a crap. I said, it's my understanding you're going to cut him here in a minute, aren't you? He said, yeah. I said, what do I care if she gets a starter point? And I'm laying there, and I thought he was kidding, y'all. I really did. Now, I knew he knew I was a comedian, so I thought he was joking. I expect a woman to come in. Maybe not with big boobies, just some booby, right? Oh, come on, y'all. We're all grown-ups here. I only spent $25. My expectations are dropping with every second of this thing. If she doesn't have the big boobies, I'm cool with that. Just push the little ones together and go, ah! I certainly do not expect this old man just to pick up a big razor, no lather, mind you, and go, what like the ninja or something, right? No, now I feel like I'm at Benihana. You know that place that cooks the food in front of you? Only I am the food, and there should have been a couple going, it's her birthday, throw her the shrimp. And then I thought about how to tell you how he grabbed a hold of me, y'all. He then grabbed a hold of my right wevel like I owed him money. Grabbed a hold of it and he squeezed on it, and I went. He goes, Bill, breathe. I said, let go of my nut, and I shall. And he didn't let go of it. He actually pulled it more and twisted it. And I went. I look like Michael Phelps, only slightly less stupider. I said, I don't know if you read your brochure, but you're supposed to be cutting them, not twist the dang thing off. And I swear to God, he leans into him and goes, Bill, be a man. Be a man. He's been following my nuts for 30 minutes like a pervert on Dateline. Now he's telling me how to be a man. He said, you be a man. I'll manipulate the testicle. I'll give you a shot into it, and then you won't feel anything. And I went, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, what you say? And see, y'all can understand me. In his office, I sound like Flipper the dolphin, just I actually heard a dog outside of his office go get help, Timmy. He said, Bill, I have to give you a shot there. Every man gets a shot there. I said, dude, you pick up my chart, you look at my HMO, and you give me an epidural. Oh yeah, ladies, we're gonna do this stuff naturally. I know some of you say you gave birth to your child naturally. My wife says that about our son. That boy's head was that big coming through her Virginia. Was she screaming? Was she hollering? No, she was singing Frosty the Snowman. I said, you put down the needle, you pick up a pen, and you get me an epidural. And he don't listen to me. He just takes that needle and he goes poke. And I went. My dear Lord, Heavenly Jesus. Jesus, I know I'm a sinner. But Lord, you have got to strike him down. Lord, I believe he is a Philistine. Yeah, I didn't know if a Philistine was a good guy or a bad guy either, but it was the only word I could remember from vacation Bible school. So I run with it, but God doesn't strike him down. But it does go numb on the right side. Then he says, Bill, let me cut it. I hear him cut it. Then he says, let me put a couple stitches in there. Now, a couple means what to y'all? 2. 3 if you're stupid. No, he's now pulling out string like he's putting his name in there or something. Just. I kept thinking I'll look down and see the Nike swoosh. Then he looks at me and goes, okay, Bill, you did go with the right one. Now let's do the left one. And I said, no. No means no, mister. Let's just do one. Let's do a vasectomy. I told him, I said, you give me $12.50 and I'll get the hell out of here. And you call that wife of mine, you tell her she gets a half a Lexus. I believe they're called Buicks. He said, well, Billy, if we don't do the left one, you're going to be potent on that side. I said, screw it, I will pull out on that side. We will have left-handed cross-sided babies. I don't care. What do I care? I already got 5 babies, got right arm, straight eyes. What do I care if we get 3 more going, man? I will love them just the same, perhaps even more, because I will know what they gave up for their daddy. Sure, they won't get a good education, but they'll get dang fine parking. Yes, you're going to hell with me. You laughed at it. But we do the other one. We do the other one as I'm pulling up my underwear and I feel violated and I no longer have respect for authority figures. All I can hear the words frozen peas and testicles. I said, what? He said, you need to buy some frozen peas. I said, I am not hungry. You should buy me dinner. He said, Bill, those are for your testicles. I said, they are not hungry either. Well, I'm not sure if they're not because they're not speaking to me now. Last time they were this ticked off at me, I was still in college. Had a woman go, hey, you want me to pour some hot wax there? And I said, okie dokie. Which is the reason why we had to do the comb over in the first place. See, there's bonus points for keeping up with the group, kids. But we do the other one. We do the other one. As I'm walking out the door, this is where he catches me. He goes, Bill, I need you to come back here in 30 days. And it just slipped out from under my breath. I didn't even know he heard me at first. I went, 30 days? Screw you, dude. If I see you on the street, I'm going to kill you or something. He goes to college for 7 years to learn how to cut on a nut. Yo, daddy must be proud now. Yeah, I got me a degree, then I started telling jokes for a living. My daddy said I was throwing away my education. I'll call my daddy and tell him this joke. This is just for y'all over here. Knock, knock. Who's there? Better be shooting blanks on the end of this thing. Yeah. Better be a navel orange, all juice, no seed. Yeah. Better not be making babies or you gonna send me child support. He tells me, he says, no, Bill, you don't need to see me. You need to see my nurse. Then he hands me a little plastic cup, got a little plastic lid on it. Looks like it ought to have pecani sauce in it. Same 20 people know what I got to put in there. I don't know what the grown-up word for it is. I've just called it since I was 13 years old. I know, the first time it happened, I thought I broke the son of my gun. No, because nobody ever tells you, hey, youngin', pull on it too many times, someone squirt on the end of it. No, I know that sounds dirty, but you tell your son that. Otherwise, he finds himself scared, alone, on a Wednesday night at 11:30 at night when he's 13 years old thinking he's got the cancer. They said it was gonna make me blind, but I could see it. Now I gotta tell Daddy because I can't tell Mama I got cancer after church and I ruined her good dish towel. What the doctor called it was the last sample. I say, why you call it the last sample? Because I can't get anybody pregnant ever again in my lifetime, right? And he goes, oh no, none of this is guaranteed. I said, the hell it ain't. I said, if I have a baby, I'm gonna kill you. He said, Bill, that's why we have to have that sample. You don't realize how many millions of swimmers a man produces every day. Now, we made a decision, we made a block. We know they can't get out of there, but you got to get them out of the other side yourself. So in the next 30 days, Bill, doctor's orders, you go home, you have yourself 25 ejaculations. I don't know if y'all could hear way over there, but somebody on this side just went, That was my response as well. I'm 47 years old. He said the word ejaculation and the number 25, and I turned 11. Dr. Hoover, you're dirty. And then I got all the way home and I drove myself to the house, mind you, like the tough cowboy my daddy raised. And I'm walking through that yard nice and easy, heel to toe, heel to toe. Try not to mess up Pete and repeat. Finally got inside that house. My wife was still at work, right? And we didn't have any frozen peas, but we had some frozen corn. Seemed to work out okay. Not on the cob buttholes. 3 hours later, my wife finally walked in the house. She goes, well, what'd that doctor say to you? I said, he said you had to touch it 75 times.